Hey, ladies, happy Friday. I hope you had a great week and you got a great weekend planned, I hope. Let's see. Let's give it 1 second here. See if anybody wants to join us live. I know many of you are watching the replay. I'm very thankful that you're here to watch the replay. Um, so this week we are focusing on the one thing that most healthy people have in common with each other. And I say most just because I don't like those words as like exclusionary words, like all people. But if I'm telling you the truth, I'm willing to bet that pretty much all people have this one in common, even though I say most. I think that if we asked those people, just about everybody would say they have this one thing in common. So just another second and we're going to get rolling. If you have any guesses what you think that one thing is that most, if not all, healthy people have in common, go ahead and put that down in the comments. Even if you're watching the replay, put that in the comments. I love going back and reading the things that y'all say. I heard a couple of guesses, or not heard, I read a couple of guesses earlier this week. Someone had said water, like hydrating. Someone said, gosh, I'm trying to remember. I think it was Sarah. I think Sarah said something about patience, if I remember correctly. Patience and waiting for the progress. Not giving up too early if you don't see the progress. So I'm going to give you a couple of hints, although I don't know how helpful these hints are going to be. But my first hint for you is that this thing that they have in common is free. Costs no money. The second hint, this thing that they have in common is something that everybody can do. All of us are able to do this. And the third thing they have in common is that, in my humble opinion, this thing is the true key to achieving your goals, but then also maintaining your goals after you have achieved them, which tends to be a really big struggle with a whole lot of people. We might lose weight if that's our goal, and then we get to where we want to be, and then we struggle to stay there. We end up gaining the weight back, and a lot of people say, I hear all the time people say, I gained back even more than I lost. So I think that this thing that we're going to talk about today is sort of the key to being able to maintain your goals after you've achieved them. So here it is. Are you ready? Prepare to be blown away. It is consistency. Boring, right? I know. Sorry. I built that up. Just consistency. So I want to talk today about what does consistency look like in the world of health and fitness. What I see all of the time. I see it in my clients when I speak with them or when I do first consultations or free consultations. I see it on social media when I read posts in some of my other Facebook groups and things. But what I see all the time is that people expect perfection from themselves. And so we need to really have a grasp and understand that consistency and being consistent is not the same as being perfect. We need to give ourselves that little bit of grace, right? You would never expect someone else to be perfect. And if someone else made a mistake, what would you tell them? You would tell them, oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Just keep going, right? But what do we tell ourselves? Oh, that's it. I ruined everything. And then you just quit or you give up, right? So that perfection mindset does far more damage than it does good when it comes to us achieving any of our health goals. So that's number one, is we got to really let go of that perfection mindset for ourselves. Give yourself grace. You're not perfect. You're a human, just like the human next to you that might make a mistake when you would say, oh, it's okay. Don't worry. It'll be fine. Say that to yourself. It's okay. Okay. So let me see if this scenario sounds familiar to you. I'm going to be really dramatic here. Are you ready? So you wake up in the morning. You feel good. Maybe you got a great night's sleep. You get ready for your day. You have a really good, healthy, protein-filled breakfast, right? I hope. You get your coffee, you pour it in your travel mug, and you head off to work, okay? So you get to work, everything's feeling good, and then it's Susie's birthday. And guess what happened? She just showed up with 24 delicious, warm, smelling amazing donuts. You try to resist. Resistance is futile, my friends. You give in, you take the donut. You head back to your desk. You cannot shove that donut in your face fast enough. You wash it down with that great coffee you just brought from home after having an awesome morning. And then you just sit there and you say, man, I should have taken two, right? I mean, we've all been there. We've all been there. So 15 minutes later, you're working, you're trying to let it go. You cannot. You casually walk back to the break room. You sneak another donut and back to your desk you go, okay? So you eat them both. You get to work. You start stewing inside of your head, right? You start getting irritated with yourself because you gave in not only once, but twice. So you're mad at yourself. You're angry. Oh, I just blew my whole day. I started off so good and then I just ruined it, right? Everybody has been through this. This is not anything unusual. This is not just you. All of us have been through this. We can all relate to that at some point in time or another. So what oftentimes happens is because that happened at, say, 9 o'clock in the morning, we just feel like we blew the whole entire day. So you go off and do something completely uncharacteristic. Like you're going to go out for happy hour with your coworkers, which you never normally do. And you're like, well, what difference does it make? I already blew my whole day, so might as well go have some beer and eat some fried food and whatever, and I'll just start over tomorrow. Okay, so this is that perfection mindset. We feel like, well, I had 2 donuts, so that's just it. I'm not perfect today anymore, so I'm just going to give up. So being consistent, however, is not the same as being perfect. Being consistent is that we can indulge in the donut and enjoy the donut and have the darn donut, but we get right back on track after the donut. You see the difference? It's consistency over long periods of time. So we're able to get back on track without missing a beat. Also, what consistency also means is that we don't then go and punish ourselves with exercise later. It makes me completely crazy when I see all the time when people say, oh, I just ate this cake, I better go run 3 miles now, or I need to get on the bike or whatever. No, y'all, that's just silliness. We do not punish ourselves with exercise. Being consistent means, again, you can enjoy the treat. You can indulge in the treat once in a while, and then you just get right back on track. We don't spiral into this world of eating everything and just completely blowing our whole diet. Like, imagine if you were at work and you sent an email to your boss that had a typo in it, and so then you just decided to stand up at your desk and start cussing out the place and leaving. You made one mistake and you blew the whole thing out of water, right? We would never do that. That would be ridiculous. So why do we do that when it comes to health? Okay, just eating that one donut does not ruin everything. So we don't punish with exercise, and we enjoy and get right back on track. We don't spiral for the day. When you think about the exercise thing, I want you to think this. If it's a workout that you would not have done on any other day, even if you were perfect, it is not a workout that you should be doing just because you ate a donut or a cake or pizza or anything else that people want to call bad. I hate that word bad. Food's not bad. Food's amazing. Y'all, donuts are fantastic. We're not going to call that bad. Should you eat them every day? Maybe not. Should you eat multiple often? Maybe not. Maybe moderation. But we don't want to call it bad. It's not bad. Donuts are great. So I want you to just keep in mind, we're going to wrap up here. This is a fairly short one today. Your health journey is all about the long-term results. It is not the day-to-day. So eating that donut in the morning does not ruin everything. It just means that you just get right back on track, right wherever you left off, and you keep going, okay? If you are on track most days, and if you can live in that world of moderation where you can enjoy the donut without spiraling out of control, you will absolutely make progress over time. Will that progress be as fast as if you were absolutely, completely perfect? No, but you're also not a robot. You're a human. So you're going to make mistakes, and that's okay. That's part of this. That's how we learn. That's how we just grow and improve, right? We're going to mess up, and that's all right. But it may not be as fast as if you were perfect, but that progress is going to be a whole lot faster than if you gave up or never started to begin with. I will leave you with that. That is it. Keep going. Just keep going. That comes up a lot in this group. We say it all the time. Just keep going. Sure, you ate a donut. Whatever. Get back on track with whatever you had planned for lunch and you move on with your day. It's all good. So, consistency over perfection. That's what we're looking for. So, if you have any thoughts, anything you want to add, any questions you might have, go ahead and put those in the comments down below. If you have any requests or ideas for topics that I can do future Friday Lives on, I would love to hear about those in the comments as well. I haven't actually put any out. I think today I'm going to be getting some posted up for February. So keep an eye out for what's coming up in the future, and I will talk at you later. Have a great weekend.